8:13. Let's cross down live to the man that's the Ipswich historian. His name is Harold H. Peacock-a-doodle-doo. He's going to talk about the world billiards champion, Walter Lindum. You're getting it, actually. You've got it. Probably, mate. I might give Damien the flick from doing that.
Oh.
And he's going to talk about when he came to Ipswich. G'day there, Harold.
Yeah, good morning, Danny. It's very cold where I am. It's a secret location, but I've got a pretty hot story to tell you about world champion when he came to town.
Yeah, this is interesting because, you know, a lot of famous sporting teams come to town. When the British and Irish Lions came to Rugby Town way back in the 60s or 50s, and it packed the place. There was a big cavalcade parade and everything. So there's been a lot of stars come out of this town, a lot of stars visit this wonderful city. Take it away there, Harold H. Peacock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah, look, I'm going to tell you about the time the great billiards world champion Walter Lindum came to Ipswich. But just to explain, in case there's some noises in the background, you might hear a few wild birds and things like that. But I'm calling live from a secret location somewhere outside of Beaudesert. I'm with avid listener of the show, Tony. Now, we'll be metal detecting home sites from 1910 and 1860. So hopefully I'll have something to special report to you in the coming weeks.
I love that. I'm coming out metal detecting with you one day.
Oh, look, it's treasure hunting. There's nothing better. But what is better is hearing about Walter Lindum right now. That's pretty good because back in 1931, for the first time, Lindum came to Ipswich. He was the Australian and world billiards champion, and he came here to take on the Queensland amateur champion, Sam Ryan. Now, Sam Ryan was no mug. He was the Queensland snooker champion. In 1930, he won the Australian Amateur Billiards Championship for the first time. He went on to win both the State Amateur Billiards Championship and the State Amateur Snooker titles. Sam Ryan was the first Queenslander to hold both those same titles at the same time. Now, Ryan also won the Australian Amateur Billiards Championship, which meant he became the first to hold both the state title and the Australian titles at the same time.
Wow.
He dominated the scene so much that he won at least 4 Queensland championships in a row.
Wow.
Now, Sam Ryan, he also made his name as a cricket umpire. In 1940, he umpired his first Sheffield Shield match in which Queensland hosted South Australia at the Gabba. Now, in that game, he joined an extremely rare club by giving Don Bradman out for a first ball duck.
Oh, Don Bradman.
Now, of course, that's when the young Queensland bowler Jack Stackpool claimed Don Bradman for his very first ball for Queensland. So it was a famous event. Sam Ryan was the umpire. Now, Ryan's son was also a sporting champion. That's young Lance Ryan, was Queensland Secondary School's boxing champion, as well as a pretty handy rugby winger. He claimed the Queensland lightweight boxing title. Now, young Ryan enlisted in the Australian Army in 1939, but regularly went absent without leave. So, he was discharged just 12 months later because he was branded unlikely to become an efficient soldier.
That's because his nickname is Lance, get off your pants.
Yeah, something like that. But he was in the Army long enough to become the AIF champion of Queensland. But anyway, back to his father's billiards and snooker exploits against Walter Lindum. Now, it was on Tuesday, the 18th of August, 1931. A huge crowd of eager spectators thronged into Mr. Arthur Bell's billiard saloon on Brisbane Street in Ipswich. They were there to witness, in Ipswich for the first time, Walter Lindum, who was the Australian and world champion cueist. He was there to play Sam Ryan, the Queensland amateur champion. Now, I hardly need to say that Lindum was a victor at both snooker and billiards. But it's how Lindum went about it that had people talking.
Right.
You see, he won the snooker 101 to 28, and he won the billiards 1,151 to 184.
Get out.
That's 1,151. Now, Lindum's best break was 497, made in just 21 minutes.
Wow.
I don't think I've made that in my entire life.
Neither have I.
But now, Lindum, in his post-match speech, he, of course, thanked Mr. Bell for giving him the honour of playing in Ipswich. Everyone aspires to that. Now, Lindum then genuinely said that what we mere mortals would not even dream of. He said that he was sorry if he had disappointed any of the crowd by not making a break of 1,000. He apologised because he didn't get 1,000.
Wow.
Now, he explained the fact that he'd been playing on a cotton cloth for the past few weeks, whereas the cloth used that night in Ipswich was a woolen one,
Right.
which really impacted his game.
Of course.
But in any case, Walter Lindum was later awarded an OBE, named in the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, elevated legend status, and all that despite failing to get a break of 1,000 that night. He came to Ipswich. So we kept the legend below his 1,000 break, but he still got the legendary status
And
despite Ipswich's best efforts.
We're Brisbane Street. I wonder where it was in Brisbane Street. Isn't it Brisbane Street?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to track down. Yeah, the studio is in Brisbane Street, so that was the epicentre of billiards and snooker in town.
The Bowls. Now, you've got all these stories on history out there about Ipswich, some really interesting stories. Your research has changed cenotaphs, hasn't it? Or going to change cenotaphs?
Yeah, that's right. Well, look, we've had, I've been able to get updates, corrections down at the Australian War Memorial, and also out of Alexandria in Egypt, and also some local war memorials as well. So we've successfully corrected history in some of those war memorials.
And have you ever found a skeleton when you've done your metal detecting with... Have you?
Well, not many skeletons are made of metal.
No, but they might have a wrist. They might have, they might have stuff around their neck and around their wrists. Smart.
Well, no, I haven't. But I'm not ruling that out today because this secret location, who knows what's been buried in the backyards of these old houses.
You're a funny man and you do a great job. Historyouthere.com, historyouthere.com, and get on there and give us one of the famous arc, 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 running down a hill flapping your arms. Arc, arc, arc. Thanks a lot, Harold.